All right, let's see what's going on here. Now, back in the day, I'd say, welcome to Thirsty Thursday. Step on up and, what can I get you? I don't do that no more. Nah, it's kind of all pre-assembled. So, but I really like, I like talking to people. I'm very much enjoying myself lately. I'm not very easily offended, but I am seeing that some are. Weird. John Rich, I'm offended off what I believe is, isn't he got like a huge album, like number one? Now I don't follow charts. It turns out at no point have I said, hey, welcome back to Reactions, Rants, and Rabbit Holes, and here on the top 50 is 49 with a bullet. I'm not channeling my inner Casey Kasem, I don't think. I'm not sure that's the side now I do believe he's an unsigned artist with this album, right? Is that, I think I heard that. So, that certainly doesn't offend me. That's pretty cool. Like good news. Yeah, it'd be nice to see, even though that Hot Topic interview last night, I tried to check some of it out, and he struck out within the first couple minutes because I'm pretty sure the me part doesn't work for me anymore. I mean, I'm still a fan of the interviewer, but, the whole thing didn't. What do I care? I don't. I don't. But the numbers taking a shot at the mainstream system. That also I'm not offended by. That's pretty cool. That's what I'm saying. Not that it was my thing, but I'm kind of impressed by the numbers. Things outside the mainstream are able to produce right now. It does give that glimmer of hope that maybe everything doesn't have to be pipeline full of propaganda, pumped right into your head hole.
Warning, some people may find the following video to be offensive. Viewer discretion advised.
Man, I just gotta believe that's not actually for me. Out there, though, there's probably more than one. I'm just, I would think. I mean, if I had a little slot, I could feed it into there, If you could get Zuckerberg to get like a tissue teleportation device, I mean, I could, start a GoFundMe, and we could send tissues to everyone who needs, the big just saying. So, in case, if you're wondering what the options are, it turns out they're don't listen, cry all you'd like. I mean, there's the scale you get to pick from.
It seems like these days, no matter what you say, someone's losing their ever-loving mind. It's like they're looking for a reason to have their fragile feelings hurt every single time. My country truck, I gas it up. You got your fancy Tesla hooked up to a...
That's pretty funny, actually, in a way, because I've been ranting about that. How old is this? 6 days. Oh, yeah. Because, that magical safe zone. As long as you've purchased your consumables, of course you won't catch an infection as you consume them. And then the group that actually... How do you justify that in your brain? I'm terrified, but I'm really thirsty. I'm back to terrified, but I'm so thirsty I'll risk it. I'm terrified. Because if it's just compliance, what the hell happened to us, right? So is it just a complete absence of logic and reason? Is that what gets people to act the way they do? I mean, it would explain a lot of stuff I see in the world now, but, I'm trying to give the benefit of the doubt to the viewer.
Fancy Tesla hooked up to a plug. I know you're mad, you think I'm bad, 'cause I'm breathing free at last and you're still stuck behind.
Now, as a drunk, and I took down my picture because Ange was right, my thumbnail didn't help. I will say I respect the artist, the song. I'm having fun, but just because a nice girl gives you a really manly beer, it won't cure you. It's not medicine. Far from it. I mean, as enjoyable as it is, it's poison, right? Yeah, I'm just saying. To be fair, not that I don't think I took part in a lot of self-poisonings. I never hit those big numbers where I had to worry about getting a stomach pump or something. But I'm just saying it's not magical either. To be fair, I don't think it should be one-sided. There isn't a magical cure for lack of common sense. There's a hard road of educating oneself and practice and application of said skills.
Think I'm bad, 'cause I'm breathing free at last and you're still stuck behind your mask and I'm offended. You're offended, let's all get offended tonight. I'll order us a beer, we can sit down right here and scream and yell and cuss and fuss and fight. Now hang on just a minute, you can't amend the First Amendment. You're offended, I defend it all the time. So let's take another sip, don't hold back and let her rip, 'cause in the end you'll be left and I'll be right. And I'm offended, you're offended, let's all get offended tonight. I'll order us a beer, we can sit down right here and scream and yell and cuss and fuss and fight.
And then I would just like to clarify to anyone out there, if you don't think, oh, I should tell you a horrible story. It's kind of like what you just saw there, but it worked a lot different way. There is a legendary inmate when I was incarcerated. Been moved around from institution to institution. But if you don't think that there's someone badass enough out there to whoop your ass and then make you service them or do something crazy, it's not one-sided. The side you like is not the only side full of virile, strong, capable people. That's one of the big misconceptions, I think, of the world, is we like to take and put all of our enemies, let's say, or things that we're frustrated with, and we like to put them in this bucket and then do the same sort of demoralizing, demasculizing, dehumanizing effects that we don't like done to us. Now, I'm not saying anything because the warning was there. If, you probably shouldn't have got this far. But if I'd going to be true to the channel and everything I've done up to this point, then, yeah. And my point isn't with any imagery that's offending me, but the idea that your enemies aren't capable. That is, you pick up a little Sun Tzu. And, I'm just saying. Underestimating one's foes is one of the biggest mistakes people make.
Oh yeah! Yeah, I like to shoot my 22. Somehow it seems to always trigger you. I pray to God, you think that's odd, 'cause you say he don't exist, so why are you so pissed?
No, that's awesome. So, just in case I'm being hypercritical, I like that argument. I think that argument's super sound. Yeah, and it's complicated, much more complicated than this fun song. Don't like when the people invoke Jesus Christ's name. It's all fake. Sky Daddy and space dust were nothing talk. But then when your peers worship Satan, that's somehow all cool. What is it, because it's a big anal sex LARP? Or is it because the people actually doing that, they have faith in? Because, see, you got to understand, without one, there's not the other. We're not talking about the Halloween dress-up set. We're talking about we trafficked, a busload of kids in for the ritual, and we're going to do them all. How come you don't get as offended about all those religious beliefs? How come only the ones where they invoke the name of the Savior, Jesus Christ, do you get mad? But you're all in when they literally bend over and take it up the cornhole from Satan himself. Think that's like awesome. Why isn't that a bunch of fake crap too? Why aren't people mad at that? Oh, wait, it's rhetorical. We know the answer. Because, see, anything that would make you reflect upon your true moral base and the right and wrongs of this universe, ick. Anything that lets you go and have dirty dumpster sex, hell yeah.
So why are you so pissed? I'm offended. You're offended. Let's all get offended tonight. I'll order us a beer. We can sit down right here and scream and yell and cuss and fuss and fight. I'll order us a beer. We can sit down right here and scream and yell and cuss and fuss.
And I don't have nothing wrong with this either. But I do admit that it is only a certain sort of male fantasy that the My Pillow guy comes out and helps the pillow fight break out. Now, I like stripes with the mud wrestling, and the guys said, that's the thing. I'm not hating on it. But I will admit, because I work with wonderful young ladies that I would like to see grow up into be something special, daughters, right? It's not everybody that fantasizes about the pillow fight breaking out. So, I mean, it's going to have to be a criticism sandwich here with some praise, piled thin, just thin slice, smoked barbecue, brisket piled high, nothing but respect. But underestimating your adversaries and everything is a sexual pillow fight, some criticism there. But at the same time, as Tom McDonald's has pointed out, making music people like is one thing. Being able to get the other side to pay attention so they can get mad at you is another whole thing altogether. And I would say he's got that mix down. It's probably helping, right? Some protest from the other side of the aisle showing up for, clicks and drawing attention to it. The song's cool. It's fun. But I'm just saying, let's let them smack each other around with a pillow now. Come on.
'Cause I'm offended.
I do like him, though.
You're offended. Let's all get offended tonight. I'll order us a beer. We can sit down right here and scream and yell and cuss and fuss and fight. I'll order us a beer. We can sit down right here and scream and yell and cuss and fuss and fight.
Yeah, no, song's solid. Nothing wrong with it. know, and if I wasn't an ex-drunk with a bunch of kids, some of the male fantasy elements would probably work for me. And it's not that I have anything against them. I'm not offended at all. The channel itself, though, has existed to, think riff tracks and Mystery Science Theater for conspiracy theories and random thoughts. That's all I do. Later.